Hello and welcome to Clear for Takeoff Story Hour. I'm your host, Joe Whiting. You know, one of the questions we get asked the most is, how did you guys form the band in the first place? And we thought we'd take this opportunity to let you guys in on our backstory, our origin story of forming. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the story of Clear for Takeoff. It was a good year. Summer, Indonesia, 1969. Brendan Biondi was the on-hand custodian for an underground cockfighting ring. While it might have been the summer of love in the US of A, 69 saw hard times befall the unlicensed Indonesian cockfighting circuit. Attendance was at an all-time low, and the crowds that did show were unforgiving. Little did Brendan know that on a hot Tuesday night in late August, a perfect storm of chicken poop, pickles, and piano entertainment was brewing. After a particularly vicious bout between returning Rooster champion Mr. Pickles and his arch-rival Kentucky Fried Murder, Brendan found himself shoveling an excruciating amount of chicken poop out of the ring, while a one Mr. Mark LaMartina took center stage to entertain the increasingly anxious crowds on his harpsichord. Playing as fast as his little fingers could, Mark pounded note after note as the crowd grew violently eager for the next fight. Emerging from the locker room, Mr. Pickles' owner and manager, Joseph Enste, signaled for Mark to keep vamping, as Mr. Pickles' return was questionable after having suffered almost career-ending blows at the hands, or talons should I say, of Kentucky Fried Murder. Seeing an opportunity to launch his rhythmic guitar career, Brendan immediately jumped on stage, trading his shovel for an axe, and began strumming harmonious melodies in time with Mark. The crowd was liking it. Back in the locker room, Dr. Justin Backshire, the region's second-best chicken doctor, declared Mr. Pickles legally dead. Grieving for the loss of his close friend, Enste returned to the ring, only to be uplifted by the glorious rock and roll emanating from wall to wall. He joined the duo on stage, grabbing the bass guitar that was conveniently leaning against the nearest ring post, and showed off his ability to play the funkiest bass lines ever heard by mankind, or, as the Jamaicans say, slapping the bass. The trio was finally joined by Dr. Backshire, who saw so much promise in the group that he gave up the wealth, affluence, and crazy hot women that being an Indonesian chicken doctor brings, just for the chance to play some crazy guitar solos. And the rest, as they say, is history. Hope you enjoyed this story as much as we've enjoyed telling it. Good night.
Reaching out for me.
Oh yeah, and then I joined the band.